All right. So MAGA Mike Johnson went on TV and he was asked by Caitlin Collins, what's going on with this healthcare plan? And MAGA Mike Johnson says, oh, we've got a plan, but we need to open the government first before we can tell anybody about it. They have a healthcare plan, but it's a secret. And someday they're going to tell us. There's probably what, a couple of weeks left? Here's MAGA Mike Johnson himself explaining it.
But if you have ideas and you have plans, why not have that out there to talk about in the public so the people can hear that debate happening? I mean, you could have committees in session right now.
They will, Caitlin.
Talking about this. I think the question is
yeah,
maybe
we
when,
need to get back to regular session so we can. No, we're not going to allow Chuck Schumer to play selfish political games and hold the American people hostage. We will not negotiate with legislative terrorists. We're not going to let them do that. We can't. We owe it to the people to get this government operating again. Republicans have now voted 12 or 13 times, counting the House and Senate, 13 times to open the government, and the Democrats have voted 13 times to close it down. It is wrong.
Hey, Mike, just tell us what the healthcare plan is, okay? Shutdowns don't affect the House calendar. The only thing preventing Republicans from being in regular session is Mike Johnson. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene has acknowledged and admitted Republicans can open the government if we decide that that's what we want to do. Give us the healthcare plan. Tell us what it is. Trump said in August of 2020, we are 2 weeks away from the healthcare plan. And then during 2024, he said, well, I don't really have a plan per se. I have concepts of a plan. Tell us what the plan is. We are desperate. Caitlin Collins asking him, if government reopened tonight, would Republicans have a plan to address the Obamacare subsidies? Here's what Mike Johnson said.
All sorts of other stuff.
And we've gone back and forth on, you and I have, on what Democrats want here and whether or not that's health care for people who are in the country illegally, obviously. But I think the question is on the health care plan, to Marjorie Taylor Greene's point, is if the government reopened tonight, would Republicans have a plan to address the Obamacare subsidies?
Yes.
You would have a plan
we
tonight.
have proposals to, we could have that ready immediately. Yes. Yeah.
This is like when I pick up my daughter at daycare and she says, hey, let's go to the playground. And I say, okay, listen, we can go to the playground, but when it's time to go, we've got to go without arguing, right? And she goes, yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. And then when I say it's time to go, she goes, no, we just got here. I haven't done all the stuff I want to do. The truth about these healthcare plans is you can't create something out of thin air. There's a great book by the late Uwe Reinhardt on healthcare. And if you imagine a triangle and the three axes of the triangle, the three angles of the triangle are cost, access, and quality. Cost, access, and quality. You basically need to pick a point on that triangle. And if you pick a point that's closer to the cost and access, you're going to suffer when it comes to quality. If you pick a plan where you increase access and quality, well, the cost is going to go up. Now, of course, these are always all else being equal ideas. But the point here is, to a degree, obviously, you want to eliminate waste, you want to eliminate bureaucracy. Those are things that can be done to reduce cost without affecting access and quality. But there are only so many ways that you can do this. You can look at what France does. You can look at what Singapore does. You can look at Canada. You can look at Spain. You can look at all sorts of different countries. There are only so many things that you can do. And so it really is laughable that they've been saying over and over and over again, oh, we've got ideas and we've got proposals and we need 2 more weeks. What's the plan? There are only a certain number of things that you can do. MAGA Mike Johnson has no plan. The Republicans have no plan. And when they come up with an idea, it's just, let's cut something. Let's eliminate someone's access to healthcare, or let's eliminate a subsidy, which will get some people to say, oh, without the subsidy, I can't afford it. I guess now I'm going without healthcare. They act as though it is both true that healthcare for a country of 340 million people is complex. And at the same time, it is true that there are only a certain number of levers. And if the point is we're going to give everybody access, okay, well, then you start there and you've got to figure everything else out. There's only a certain number of ways you can do it. MAGA Mike Johnson's clueless. Trump's clueless. They're all clueless, but they're insisting that they have the answer. When we see their answer, it usually leads to tens of millions losing healthcare. That's not really going to work.